Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Today in Quarantine. I'm your host, Renae Cross, and today is episode 22. That's right, 2. Just in case you didn't know, 22 is the sum of two 11s. Now, that does not mean, because you could take two 11s and say 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4, but no, it does not. It actually just equals 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4, but 11 plus 11 equals 22, which is the episode that we're on today. We have been on this for 2 cycles of a prime number, and I could go on and on about prime numbers, just like the numbers themselves could. All right, but I'm getting started with the dad jokes too early. So, today in quarantine, I have finished painting my garden box, everybody. It is an exciting time. I will have to upload some pictures because I realize that I'm doing this not on Zoom, so I can't share my screen. But I will have to upload some pictures later on of what that looks like. I ended up going with 3 colors. I went with yellow, purple, and green. And the yellow was kind of a marigold. The green was hunter green, so kind of deep forest green. And the purple was, I think it was just called purple, which was a deep purple, which is a purple that I love. So I'm really excited about it. I got some spray paints, put some painter's tape on, made some geometric patterns, and just really enjoyed getting to spray paint that. Learn some stuff about spray paint in the process. I will have pictures of what that looks like later on. But it was all in all a very enjoyable experience. Today I bought dirt. Those are 2 words that I never thought it would come out of my mouth. Is buying dirt. But I guess I live in such an experience where I've got to buy dirt because I can't just rip up my yard because I'm renting. So I had to buy dirt. I'm a little. Oh, what's the word here? I'm just a little bit. I can't think of the word right now. I'm just a little bit like it's just I'm feeling this process very deeply. The fact that I had, instead of putting dirt from a yard or something, I had to go and ask somebody to give me dirt and then give them money for it. It's just something that I can't comprehend really well right now. Tiffed. I'm feeling tiffed. Thanks, Mom. Miffed and tiffed that I have to buy dirt. So, yeah. But that's okay because it'll all work out in the end. Hopefully I'll get some sort of something out of this experience, even if it's one small cherry tomato out of this whole thing. Hopefully this is not all in vain. Hopefully my thumb becomes a different color. Instead of having a brown thumb, perhaps it will be green by this time in 6 months. So, yes, I had to buy dirt today and not super happy about it, but it's okay. It will come out all right. And that's kind of what I've done today. Today is Good Friday, and as Good Friday for one thing, I have Fridays off because that's part of my job. For another thing, it's Good Friday, so the whole district is off. And usually I get Zoom messages through my phone from my coworkers who are working. Today I've got none, which I praise the Lord for, that people are actually taking time off. Because I'm tired of this is a good time to stop. And I am enjoying the fact that people are stopping. And I hope that they do take rest and take time to consider the sacrifice. There are a lot of things going on online this weekend because it is Easter weekend and there's Resurrection Sunday and there's Good Friday. So keep an eye out on your Facebook page or however else you get your information for things that are going on. Try visiting another church. Go church hopping this weekend. There are a lot of things on YouTube going on Facebook, on live stream, on Instagram. The Well, who this runs by, their logo is over there. We are having several things on Instagram. We have our Sabbath school, I do believe, is going to be on Instagram tomorrow. And our praise and worship session will be on Instagram as well. That's at the.well.worship. And so you can follow us there to be able to experience it with us. We are hoping to also have those services posted online later in the evening after they've been done. So just keep an eye out for that. All right. Missing what I was going to say. So I was talking to a friend of mine who suggested that I should talk about hobbies today, and hobbies that I wish I could do and that people wish they could do. So if you're listening right now, let me know what one hobby is that you would like to take up, whether or not you can or not, something that you just like to do. For example, I have always wanted to do glass blowing, which, if you don't know, is how they make these super cool glass like vases and sculptures and stuff like that. They take melted glass, they melt the glass, and they put it at the end of this long tube. And at the end of the long tube, there's this melted glass, and on the other end, there's like a hole, and you blow through the pipe and blow up the glass, and it just expands, and it's hot and it's melted. And so then you also have like people who are like cutting it and shaping it, and it's very cool. I looked up a class on how to do this here in Lincoln, and it was like $100 per class. And while I understand that this is a very good craft, a very expensive craft, I would do it. However, I don't just have like $100 to take, it's probably like 5 or 6 classes or something like that. But it's like $600 for a class. It's ridiculous. So I don't have that money. And that's okay. I will appreciate glass blowing craft from afar. Charmaine says parkour, that she would like to do parkour. I would love to be able to do parkour and just kind of, swinging all over things. I don't have the agility quite yet, but maybe it's one of those things where you just have to start and then you just keep going and hope you get more agile as you go. Maybe. Parkour is the art of city running. And so you run through the city, and as you come across things like benches and concrete blocks and things, you jump over them and you use your hands and your legs and you just do stuff. It's pretty cool. Look it up on YouTube if you have a chance. So parkour would be a lot of fun. It's kind of like city gymnastics. Think about Spider-Man, but without all the webs and stuff. So it's really cool. My mom said she would do embroidery and crochet, which she can do, and she wished she had the time to do. Maybe, Mom, this is the time to do it. Yeah. I limit my sewing skills to basically putting on a button and stitching up a hole. So that's not really something that I'd like to do necessarily. No corona, just a frog in my throat. But yeah, I don't know if that's something I'd like to do. I've thought about knitting and learning to knit or crochet, but I just don't know if that's something I'd like to do. Not sure. Martial arts is also something that I've been interested in. I took judo when I was like 7 or 8 for about 6 weeks. And the one thing I remember about that is that you should fall on your hands, is I think what they told you. But now I'm a musician, and if I do that, my career will be over. So there you go. I'll have to take judo again, or maybe something else. But there's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu center down the street, which I'd love to learn from. I had a coworker who told me about a martial arts studio that's also down the street, not very far from here, and he always invited me to go, and I just never had the time to because it was in the evenings, and I had stuff to do in the evenings. But martial arts is definitely up there in the list of things that I would like to do and just have fun doing, because why not? It'd be a lot of fun. What other hobbies are there that I thought about? I've thought about skateboarding lately. I think it'd just be cool to just, pull out a skateboard and just go to a skate park and, ride around and do tricks and stuff. Even if I could just ride a skateboard like normal, I think that would be a cool thing. Because why not? Biking is something that I also do regularly. When I have a bike, I'll have to go get a new bike. Still kind of upset about that. Um, yeah, so those are some of the hobbies that I truly enjoy doing, um, or would truly like to be able to do. I would encourage you to take one of the hobbies that you've always thought about doing and start working your way towards it somehow. Read a book, or watch a movie, or find ways to appreciate it, even if you're not doing it yourself. Now, we are going to move to the section of dad jokes. And today, or last night, I went grocery shopping. And while I was grocery shopping, I bought some of these dates. And it's probably a good thing because these are the only dates I'll have for a long time. There you go. Drawing a blank. I need to start writing down my jokes and having them ready, which I've thought about several times today. Have I done them? No. And that's okay. Let's see what the good Google has to say for us today. All right. Well, hey, why don't ants get the coronavirus? You know why? Because they have little antibodies. What do sprinters eat before a race? Nothing. They fast. There you go. My mom says the bed joke. It's not made up yet. That's true. That's true. That's a good one. Oh, let's see. The internet is full of great jokes. But here's a good one. What weighs more, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane? The answer is butane, because butane is lighter fluid. True story. Actually, speaking of lighters, I went to the store and bought a bunch of them. I don't know why, but I bought a bunch of them and I put it in a bag. And I just I didn't expect it to be. I thought it was gonna be heavy because I bought 30 of them or so, but it was actually a lot lighter. I cracked myself up. Oh, how do you measure, or how do you weigh a millennial? In Instagrams. Oh, man. That's okay. All right. Let's see. All right, this is a good one for this time of year. What is seen in the middle of March and April that can't be seen at the beginning or end of either month? What is seen in the middle of March and April that can't be seen at the beginning or end of either month? And that is our riddle for the day. Come back tomorrow to find out the answer to the riddle. What can be seen in the middle of March and at the end, or in the middle of March and the middle of April that can't be seen at the beginning or end of either month? All right. So, there are a couple of questions in here in the chat that I'm going to read. Charmaine says, what are some of your hobbies now in the past that you wish you could do now? One of my hobbies that is in the past that I wish I could do now. Man, I'm trying to think of things that I used to do. I used to do a lot of video editing when I was younger. And actually, by video editing, I used to do slideshow and stuff, and I wish I continued with that to a point where I could be good at video editing now. But now I'm trying to hop back into the game and like learn how to edit all over again. Um, so I wish I'd continued with that. But now that I've got time, I'm doing a little bit of editing on my own, which actually brings me to the point that I'm thinking about doing a virtual concert with one of my bands, maybe all of them. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. Well, I have some ideas, but as that goes on, I will let you know because I'm still not really sure. Let's see. And Charmaine also said, what would you do more daring stuff if or when quarantine is lifted? And if so, what? I think I'd learn how to skateboard after quarantine, maybe, or like rollerblade or something that I could do outside besides like walking or running or biking. I think that's one thing I'd like to do. Or longboard or something like that. Just something I can enjoy and just be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go longboard and it's for fun. Like running right now is not fun for me. I enjoy it, but it's not like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go on a run for fun. It's just something that I do because I'd like to exercise more. So there's that. But it's not something that I'm like, yes, I'm looking forward to this run today. No. But maybe skateboarding could be something like that. Or longboarding, Andrew. Yeah, because Andrew, you longboard, right? And I know a couple other people who do as well. And it looks like it's interesting. I have not replaced my bicycle as of yet. A lot of people here in Lincoln and around the country are biking during this quarantine time, and so there's a shortage, especially in kids' bikes. And Walmart is just kind of sold out of bikes right now, as well as a lot of things. There was no toilet paper when I looked. So they've also reduced their hours dramatically at Walmart. I had to go last night because I had a bunch of things going on, and I went and I got to Walmart at about 8 p.m. and they closed at 8:30. So I was just kind of booking it through Walmart, looking for dirt and other things because I buy dirt. I would surf, Charmaine, but I live in Nebraska. And so surfing opportunities are very limited. Maybe I'll paddleboard because that seems more likely. I would surf if I lived out, on the ocean and I could, swim a little bit better. Maybe I'd surf with a life jacket on. I'm not sure. But surfing sounds like a lot of fun. It looks like people who surf really enjoy it as well. So that's something. I'd just like to be able to enjoy something. And I think that's why I've started a garden, is just to have something that I'm invested in and that I can do and just be able to run around and do things and have a purpose, have a hobby, and just have something to do with my stuff. Jet skiing, I've tried doing like skiing on water before, and I'm not sure if I'd want to do that anymore. Like fast water is hard. It's physically hard. And falling into it is not the move. So yeah. I am currently figuring out a way to record a multi-track video of, like those things where people sing the same song, but there's like 16 of them. I'd really like to do that. So that's kind of my big project right now. Andrew is trying to figure out how to get back into that video editing style. So I actually downloaded Adobe Premiere last week and figuring out how to use it. So yeah. Today's weather is, the sun is back out as I stare at my brick wall at my neighbor's house. It's been actually a very medium temperature day. The wind hasn't been too harsh. It's been around 55, 57 degrees or so here in Lincoln, which is really nice. I thought it was going to be in the 40s today, but alas, it is not. I just need some water. I promise. I am not sick. But yeah, the weather is pretty nice out here today. Hopefully it continues. And yes, I don't know if I would jet ski, Charmaine. I'm just looking at your comment here. You were right in calling it jet skiing, because that is what it is. But I still don't know if I would want to just drive around a boat for fun. That's a lot of money. The best day of a boat owner's life is the day they have two best days of their life. Is the day they buy the boat and the day they sell the boat. So would not want that. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. And thank you for commenting. I've appreciated seeing it. Tomorrow in quarantine, I will have special guests. Multiple. That's right. I will have multiple guests. I'm very excited to have on the show. And I am excited for that. I hope you'll tune in tomorrow in quarantine for another episode of Today in Quarantine. Have a great day, everybody, and stay safe, stay inside, and wash your hands. Bye.